Hi everyone, and welcome back to the 72 name of God explanation of the combination correspond with the particular week that we're in. And what a beautiful week we're starting, and today with the first day of the month of Taurus. Taurus, Shor in Hebrew, also known to be the month of Iyar. Iyar is the acronym of Ani Hashem Rofecha, which is really the connection to the Creator, to the light of the Creator, of sending us healing for the body, mental healing, spiritual healing, all form of healing which creates balance of emotions in our life, and the unification between the soul and our body, between the desire for the self alone to the desire to share. It's a beautiful month because it's not just bringing healing into our life, it's also considered to be a wonderful month that awakening so many questions, deep questions actually in us, as far as our purpose, our connection to the light, who we are, etc. And it's no coincidence that א.כ.א, known in the interpretation again to be connecting to one soul or the DNA of the soul. People who were born in this week or 5 days of the month of Iyar, or the month of Taurus, correspond with the 72 name of א.כ.א, known to be souls or starting like in a childhood, really asking deep questions about life more than anyone else. Like, who am I? What am I doing here in the world? Sometimes they might feel living in, I wouldn't say parallel worlds, but some sort of a conflict, because they really want to fit in society, fit in their surrounding environment, but yet they feel a little bit of distance because of the questions that they have, the depth of their soul. It's also affecting us this week, raising question about really who we are, what we do, and why we chose this path of Kabbalah. And for that, I really feel that I want to share with you one of the great lessons from one of the letters of Rav Breinwein, the teacher of Rav Berg. One of the letters that Rav Breinwein sent to Rav Berg, explaining about the purpose of establishing the Kabbalah Center, the purpose of making all those efforts to make sure that not just the Zohar will be printed and will be spread all over the world, but through the Zohar, through the Kabbalistic tools like the 72 name, to share this wisdom. So what were the reasons of establishing the Kabbalah Center? So I'm going to read for you from, I'm sure most of you know about the book. It's Beloved of My Soul. Collaboration, a gathering actually of so many letters that Rav Breinwein wrote to Rav Berg, and Michael Berg took all of it together, put it for us, interpreted from Hebrew to English. And I want to read this letter 34. It's such an important message that's so matching the connection to א.כ.א. So, starting like this. After having greeted you, and with such a great love that Rav Breinwein greeted the Rav in this letter, and so I found that it is necessary to write to you of the purpose of the Kabbalah Center and its foundation in holiness for more than 40 years. Okay, the center exists much more than that. This letter was written on July 21st, 1968. So the Kabbalah Center was founded by a group of 5 or 6 people. One of them is Rav Ashlag, the teacher of Rav Breinwein, the Kabbalist who wrote the Sulam, the interpretation for the Zohar, called the ladder, Sulam ladder, to assist us to climb the ladder of our own transformation by connecting to the Zohar. And we had seen, he writes here, we had seen at that time that the teaching of the sacred wisdom, which is really the Torah of the truth and Torah of life, which is about the wisdom, was being misused and created dissensions. Often, we learn so many things in our life, this methodology, we read different books and we form a certain opinion that we really think that this is the truth. And we use this information instead of unification, instead of us learning from the information that comes to us. We're creating separation between us to another person, and in time it's creating separation between groups. And what Rav Brandman is sharing here with Rav Berg, that we have seen during the years, that the knowledge of Kabbalah, instead of really connecting to its essence of the unification of really the circle of receiving and sharing and giving, it created separation. Therefore, we found that it's time for action for the Creator, and it's time for action to bring this knowledge in the right way. And our only objective was to educate really the youth. I think it's very understandable why we would like to teach the kids and the youth. As we come in actually in launching a new project of youth.kabbalah.com. Stay tuned, it's coming up very soon for kids and teens. Why it's so important to teach our kids. Imagine all the knowledge that you know of what you have learned so far and the tools that you can apply into your life and transform your life. If you would have known it when you were younger, we could have affected the world in such a great way, right? But we'll give it to our kids to make sure that they will transform it and make it a better world. But here are the reasons that I wanted to share with you, as Rav Brandman shared to the Rav, why we are studying this knowledge and what's the purpose of it. Reason number one is this wisdom that the man needs to know and examine the secret of his master. The first reason is to really understand the power of the Creator. Who is the Creator? What does it mean, the Creator, the light for me? What does it mean, the light within me? What are the characteristics of the light of the Creator? Understanding that the DNA of the light is established in the DNA of our soul. Therefore, what is the essence of the light? Essence of the light is a being of share. The whole 72 name of God, indicating 72 characteristics of the light of the Creator that we would love to really exercise in our own life, right? So this is the first reason, to know the energy of the light and what is the light of the Creator. The second reason is to know himself, to know who he is, how he was created, whence he came and where he is going, and know how the body is corrected and how it is to stand in judgment before the King of all. Which means the second reason that we are studying the wisdom of Kabbalah, that we are on this path, is to really to get to know oneself, the person, who we are. What is this body that we are in? What's the purpose of this body? How it works? How the body, the physical manifestation in our life, appear in our life, and can we transform our reality? All of this is the second reason why we study in this knowledge, is to really to know oneself. The third reason, is to know and to search into the secrets of the soul. What it is that the nefesh, which is a section of the soul, within the person, where is it coming from? And why this particular soul come into this body that is here today and engrave the following day? The third reason that Rav Brandman is sharing with the Rav why we are studying this wisdom is to understand the secret of the soul. When we talk about the tikkun, the correction process, the journey of our soul in life, maybe past life, this life, understanding this give us so many answers of why things are happening in our life in such a way. What are the reasons for things to appear in our life? How it's connected to my soul and my soul correction. And the fourth reason that we are studying the wisdom of Kabbalah, the Rav Brandman is sharing, is to examine this world and to know the world in which one lives and how this world will be corrected. And then one should look into the supernal secret of the supernal world to know his creator. And one should learn all that from the secret of this wisdom. It's so powerful that the fourth reason is really to understand the world that we have been living in, which is known to be the world of Malchut, the upper worlds, which we have been teaching in the various classes that we give, and how all of this affect my life, connect to my life as an individual and as a whole, my behavior, my thought process, how it's affecting not just myself, my immediate environment and the world, and how one action that we make affect everyone else around us. More than that, Rav Brandman is sharing something beautiful. With all of this information, he says, when starting to study seriously, the student does not have any space in their mind to look beyond his immediate surroundings and to care about others. He has no time for it, and he constantly thinks how to correct and heal himself first. You know, when we are really busy with applying the Kabbalistic tools, looking inside, connecting to the DNA of our soul with א.כ.א, you know, we have no time to be bothered by external influences, by the continuous desires that we have of receiving approval from other people. If someone says the wrong word towards us or behave towards us, he made a comment. If we are busy with our own process, making sure we are much more spiritual person, therefore we are sharing more, we're impacting more, every external action, comment, whatever comes our way, we will not be reactive towards that, because we are the more we are connected to the DNA of our soul, asking these particular questions that I've raised, connecting to the 4 reasons that I've just mentioned from Rav Brandman to Rav Berg. What is the purpose of studying this wisdom? We receive much more tranquility, if I can say, much more inner peace. And if we lived in a conflict way, as I mentioned in the beginning, now it comes together, because we're truly busy in not like an external show off, but internal understanding and being content. So this week, it's so powerful week for us, connecting with the power of this month of Iyar, month of Taurus that brings tremendous healing to our life. Again, healing is also balancing. And with the first combination of this month, א.כ.א, raising the question, connecting to the true purpose of who we are. Even if we don't know exactly, you can only raise the question as I raised. Connect with your teacher. Even raise those questions with your teacher. Write it in a journal. Talk to the Creator. Use the letters of א.כ.א to understand more and more that it's not really about having the purpose of that is corresponded with a particular a job or career or status. It's really the purpose is for us to learn more about ourselves, to remove those shells that are blocking us from really connect to our essence, which is just to be happy with what it is, have level of acceptance. All right? It's very powerful week, and I wish all of us to really connect to the idea to this idea that I just shared right now, that we are here really in this journey of our soul, doing our corrections, connect to the true essence of who we are, and live life to the fullest. Have a powerful week. Embrace this week. And I want to finish with a beautiful inspirational sentence from Raven Kernberg that I've read many times before, and I wanted to share this with you. Whatever you think you are so much more than that. More than titles and roles, than upbringing and educations. You are God, filled with unlimited possibilities and power. We need to remember that each one of us is the creator. Each one of us is filled with unlimited possibilities and powers. And in this week, we want to connect to that power and the unlimited possibilities that are all waiting to be explored by each one of us. Have a powerful, powerful week, and happy new moon. Thank you.